What is up, y'all? It's your boy the Renegade Enigma doing another video, and in this video we're here to talk about Injustice 2 and more so the Fighter Pack 3 trailer that was just revealed and whatever, and the characters within that trailer and how I theorize my speculation on how they're gonna play within the game Injustice 2. And yeah, let's get right into it. But let's start off with the most easy one and whatnot, and that is the Atom and whatnot, right? He was revealed months ago and whatever. He had his own gameplay trailer and whatnot, so we kind of got a hint, like kind of thing with the way he fights and whatever. And basically it's gonna be really simple to describe this. Atom could basically change sizes from small, normal size, and a giant and whatnot, right? So basically from what I seen in the trailer, what it seems like is that he's gonna start off regular size and whatever, do all like most of his stuff like regular size, but within special moves and possibly combos, that's what it looked like to me and whatever, right? He's gonna go tiny, and within his super move, he's gonna go giant and basically beat you down. Just that simple, whatever. Nothing else to say about the Atom. I think it's gonna be just as simple as that. Next, we have a character that no one was surprised about to be in the trailer and whatever. Everybody theorized it was gonna be her, except for the ones that thought it probably was gonna be like a red herring and whatever. But everybody knew from the silhouette that Enchantress, if you don't know, she was in Suicide Squad. Enchantress was gonna be in this game. And Enchantress, she's kind of a magical character. I believe she's a witch and whatnot. I don't know too much about the lore of the character, but she's pretty much a magic character. And yeah, she's basically made by NetherRealm Studios, right? What else does NetherRealm Studios make? Mortal Kombat. What else does Mortal Kombat have? Magic characters. So my easy thing here, I think she's basically gonna fight Mortal Kombat characters. Basically a combination of three that I have in mind that she reminds me of. One being Quan Chi, the next being Shang Tsung, and last but not least, Ermac. And Ermac is probably stretching it a little bit with the magic characters or whatever. But yeah, I see the three of them in her or whatnot, right? So she's basically gonna have, in my opinion, hit their type of moves and whatever. Maybe a move where she'll suck your soul out and basically have her health go back up. She'll probably hypnotize you and whatever, like Quan Chi did in Mortal Kombat X and whatever. She'll probably have, I believe it's called telekinesis and whatever, where you basically can move stuff with your mind and whatever. She'll basically gonna throw you around with her mind like Ermac did. Basically that simple, you know what I mean? That's what I think Enchantress is gonna be. Basically a combination of those three characters from Mortal Kombat. And due to the fact the next character I'm gonna describe, the way I think it's gonna play, I think it's gonna be really hard and challenging for them to do. I wouldn't mind them basically copping out and make this character really easy to do, because all they would have to do is copy paste and whatever, and tweak little things here and there to not make it so obvious. But if you know the games, you could kind of tell where certain moves came from and whatever. So that's where I see Enchantress coming in. Last but not least, we have TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leo, Donnie, Raph, and Mikey. So if you watch the trailer, you heard one say to another, I don't remember off the top of my head, they said something to the effect of, "We fight together." I believe it was Leo to Mikey or something like that, right? He said, "We fight together." And all four of them are in this game, no doubt about it. But they fight as one, so it's gonna be all four of them as one. Similar to a Triborg from Mortal Kombat X, where you had all four characters within one. But Mortal Kombat X, they had a variant system where you could basically pick different versions of said character. In Triborg's case, you had four different robots you could play as. You had Sector, Cyrax, Cyber Smoke, and Cyber Sub-Zero. But in Injustice, we don't have the variant system. We have the gear system or whatever, which is basically an upgrade of that, in my opinion. You could kind of make your own version of that character, make what, 3, 4, 5 different versions of that said character. So what do we do with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and whatever, right? How do we have all 4 characters? Well, I'll tell you. We have what is called Premier Skins in Injustice 2. And if you don't know what Premier Skins are, basically it's a skin, pardon the term, that goes over the character and basically kind of makes them a whole new character, but you have the same exact moves and whatnot. No change really whatsoever, other than what they look like and their voice and whatever when they do their dialogue when they leave the ring and whatever. Well, not the ring, the arena. For instance, there's a Supergirl. She turns into Power Girl. We have Green Lantern Hal Jordan. He turns into Green Lantern John Stewart. Then we have the Flash. He turns into Reverse Flash. And Jay Garrick, the other Flash, just to name a few. Now, here's the problem with that, though, right? As I said, with Premier Skins, like, all the characters fight exactly the same, right? So, as their Premier Skins, so, like, how would you make them different? Now, if you've been following the game and whatnot, the last couple Premier Skins that we had were, like, kind of different from what the character actually was. For instance, we had Superman and his Premier Skin, Bizarro. Superman would have heat vision and ice breath, whereas Bizarro would have heat breath, and ice vision, basically the total opposite. Then you have like an animation difference, which this is my idea and whatever, right? You had Raiden with his super move and whatever, he would transform into a dragon and whatever, take you to like the Mortal Kombat realm or whatever, up to the moon. I believe it was the pit, you know what I mean? I'm not 100% sure about that, but I believe he took you to the pit, because the moon and whatnot, turned into a dragon and finished you off that way. Whereas his Premier Skin, Black Lightning, would not go to the pit and whatever, but he'll take you to the moon and whatnot, and he'll turn it into a fist. So the animation was like way different. So my ideal is we're gonna have a main turtle. In this case, I do believe it's gonna be Raphael, however you want to say it and whatnot, right? The one in red, and because like the turtle does come out what seems to be in a trench coat and a fedora, a hat, and I do believe Raph was the only one to do that in the movies and whatever, or he was the first one to do it, if the other ones did it too. So I think the main turtle will be Raph, and then you have Premier Skins to turn them into Leo, Donnie, and Mikey. Now for the most part they'll probably fight exactly the same in this case, but right, what they could do is like tweak certain animations or whatever to fit their particular weapon. Leo has the swords, Raph has the size, Donnie has the staff, and Mikey has the nunchucks and whatever, right? So basically, you could do animations to fit those particular weapons. They would come out with the fedora and the trench coat and whatever, but, they would talk completely different and have the different masks. The blue, the orange, the purple, and the red and whatever, depending on which one you pick, and they would have different dialogue, obviously. So that's one part of it, right? The other one would be probably like switch out abilities and whatnot, once you earn them and whatever, and you basically could play, like, do different moves with like that character that way. Another idea would involve their trait. Now if you don't know, every character has a trait that has to do with their accessory. Like for instance, you have someone like the Red Lantern Atrocitus. His trait / accessory is Dexstar and whatever. Basically you have Dexstar, his accessory, and his trait is he could call Dexstar out and basically help him out here and there, and Dexstar will basically beat up your opponent and whatnot. Stuff like that. In the Turtles case though, you would expect for, their weapons to be their traits and whatnot, right? And that would be the case if all 4 Turtles were separate characters, in my honest opinion. But since they're all one character, I think the rest of the brothers, since the main one I believe is going to be Raph, I think the rest of them are going to be his trait / accessory. The way I think it would work though, like, okay, you'll have your trait bar like all the way up and whatever, and as it's up on the PlayStation, all you have to do is press circle. But in this case, you press circle plus a direction button and whatnot, like, you know, circle up, circle down, what have you, and you would bring up another like brother and whatever, another turtle. You know, like you would bring out Donnie, Leo, what have you. It would be kind of like a tag system, whatever. So you're basically tagging out the turtle and whatever. In this case, each turtle will fight slightly different. You know, some would have some advantages. You know, like Donnie could like use his like staff to like fight long distance, whereas maybe someone like Rav could only fight like close up. You know, something like that due to their weapons. And you could press it like a bunch of times, you know, put off combos and whatever. But when the bar is like empty, it's down all the way and whatever. Whatever the turtle that's on the screen, that's the turtle you're stuck with. So if you like suck with Mikey and whatever, and you're stuck with Mikey, you're pretty much screwed. So that's the thing. You would have to wait till the bar goes back up and basically like switch it out once again. Then finally there's super move and whatnot, right? Basically, what I think their super move is going to entail, them doing a huge tag team move, you know, beating up the opponent and whatnot, right? And then, out of nowhere, probably Master Splinter or Shredder or like another character within TMNT would show up and beat your opponent up. More than likely, it's going to be Master Splinter, if I'm correct about this theory. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. It's going to be a huge tag team move. And then, last but not least, Master Splinter comes up and finishes you off. Now, depending on the turtle you have on screen, you're going to have a different startup. Kind of like Triborg once again or whatever, where depending on the character you pick, Cyrax, Sector, Cyber Smoke, Cyber Sub-Zero, you would start off differently. It would be the same exact X-Ray move, which it was in Mortal Kombat, but it would be like a different startup. So yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, y'all, comment below and tell me like, how do you think these characters are gonna play? Whatever. Do you like these characters? Do you not like these characters? Yeah, tell me your feelings on these characters. Me personally, I seen the Ninja Turtles and whatever. I actually got hyped really quick. Enchantress, I wasn't too surprised about, and obviously we been knew about the anime or whatever. But yeah, comment down below and tell me, how do you think these characters are going to play and whatever? Are you even going to play as them or whatever? And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And until next time, y'all. Peace.